Hey guys, Gun and Russ back once again. Well, welcome back to yet another Topic Tuesday. For this topic, we're going to be talking about what happened to demos. So over the last few years, I've noticed that demos are becoming less and less a common thing on the likes of your PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, I put this down to a few things. I think publishers are now scared to release games or release a demo that's not 100% up to what they want to release it to, and they're scared that if they release it, they're going to get some real negative feedback. And I know they have things like the beta tests nowadays, and they get some feedback off of that. But sometimes you can't always get access to that, which is hard. I feel like a lot of producers of games nowadays are scared to release, in the fact that people might play it, not enjoy it, and then that with the likes nowadays of social media like your Facebook and forums and that sort of thing, word can spread in an instant. Not like it was back in the day where it could take a day, a couple, or a week or so to get the news out there. Everything nowadays is instantaneous news, and they're scared that if they release a game and it's not up to scratch, that it could in fact hurt their sales. It could kill the game off completely. Now, a great example of this, a game being impacted by a demo, I think it would be the likes of No Man's Skies. Now, I personally enjoyed this, and so did my girlfriend. And yes, it's not a perfect game. There's a lot of issues with it. It wasn't what that was promised at when it was shown on the videos, and that definitely has impacted its overall sales. But saying that, I reckon if this game had been released as a demo before release, I think it would have been probably got half the sales that it got initially. Honestly, I think it's a shame that games aren't released more in demo form. I know for myself, being a kid back at home with mum and dad, that they didn't have a lot of money, but they were always nice enough to buy me the latest PlayStation official magazine over here in Australia. And that itself wasn't a cheap magazine, but um, it gave me the chance to play the latest in demos. So these games might have been coming soon, or they might have been just released. And I remember just having such fond memories of being able to playing things like Cool Borders and playing things like Crash Bandicoot 2 on there, and just playing that level over and over with the Panda. Just that one that was just running down, and you got to try and get to the other end of the actual obstacles. Absolutely love playing that, and always trying to get all the sort of boxes along the way, and try to beat my times with doing that there. The same sort of thing with the PS2. I was getting the demos for that with the magazine. And it was just a great way of being able to test a game out before you purchase, especially when I was only earning around about $5 a week with my pocket money. You had to be very careful what you picked up. I remember always thinking, I wish I had access to a demo of one of the Tomb Raider titles at the time on PS2. And it might have come out on demo, but I definitely didn't see it. And that was, I think it was one of the Tomb Raider games where it went from the traditional Tomb Raider to being in I think it went off to a European sort of thing, and it just wasn't the same. And I think it might have been the Angel Darkness or something like that. I remember playing that and just being like, oh man, this is so disappointing. I'd saved up all my cash, and the game just wasn't what I had hoped for. And the game was full price at $80, and I was just like, man, if I only had a demo disc, I probably wouldn't have picked that up. But now looking at today with the likes of the PS4 and Xbox One, there isn't very much in the way of demos at all on the systems. There's a few here or there. I've seen a few things from Square Enix on there, and a few other Japanese RPG sort of titles on the PS4. But there isn't a lot of the new titles on there. So yeah, this is what really comes back to what I was trying to say with what's happened to demos. I still think that demos are really needed in today's gaming era. It's just a great way, especially for the people that just don't have the money or the time to be having a look on all the YouTube reviews and that sort of thing, or going online. It's a great way for them to be able to download a game, play it, and get a real good feel for it. I think there's a lot of good games out there that if they had demos, a lot more people would pick them up. But sadly, these games aren't discovered, and the sales for these sort of games just don't hit the achievement that some of these companies are looking for, and then often they don't have a sequel. I'd really love to hear what you guys have to think about the likes of demos. Do you think demos are needed in today's gaming? I honestly think, like, if they disappeared, I think we would be okay as gamers. We would have things, you know, like the YouTube, and we've got plenty of websites to look at. But at the same time, sometimes it's, you know, if you haven't got the money at the time, it's always cool, in my opinion, to, you know, have a bit of a crack at a few demos here or there. So guys, yeah, let me know below what you think about the state of demos nowadays. You know, where have they gone? Do you think the same as me? Do you think that publishers are running scared and they don't want to release things before they come out, just in case, you know, impact sales? You know, as I was saying with the likes of No Man's Sky, I just don't think it would have sold as well as it did initially if it wasn't for the lack of you know, a demo didn't exist. So yeah, let me know what you think. What I'd love to hear from you guys is, if there's anything you'd like for me to do as a topic, you know, throw it down below, and if I do like it, I might do an upcoming video. I've got lots more lined up. I've got about another 5 penciled down. I've got some really cool things to talk about. I really love doing these videos. It's highly enjoyable. So yeah, there we have it, guys. Another video done and dusted. Hope you did enjoy. Leave me a big thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, fools. See you later.